Do you feel like you can really let loose when you're all alone?
To be completely honest, woman, I can't really say I try to become Pennywise's stepsister when I'm home alone. Like, seriously, what kind of psychopathic face is that? I can feel my soul leaving my body from just glancing at those beach balls that are popping out of your face. Also, on the side note, why does this woman's hair look like a pile of autumn leaves? Seriously, I almost grabbed my rake after taking one look at her hair.
I ain't desperate, gotta dance with shy. Wake up every morning, got a Zanny in her legs.
Before I start anything, I want all of you guys to subscribe to my main brother from another incest mother Chase. He started up a YouTube channel again, so make sure to check my main man out. Hey boyos, welcome back to another FTC Kentucky BBC. So we all know the new YouTube policies are changing for about the 1000th time again, which is a surprise to literally nobody, but apparently this is going to be a huge deal involving kids content. I don't exactly call myself an ABC Mouse education channel. I don't really think my content should premiere on Nick Jr. after an episode of Blue's Clues, but I also wouldn't say I'm a white crackhead Eric Andre either. So I really don't know how this policy is really going to affect me. Hopefully barely at all. No matter what I do, Susan Wasabi Sauce is still going to demonetize my video anyways. You know, it's really hard to feed my foreign adopted kids, and YouTube isn't bringing home the income. Last night, one of my 30 Hispanic sons asked what we were having for dinner. I went to the freezer and threw an ice tray on the table and said bon appetit. Thank you, YouTube, if I live under a bridge in a couple years. Anyways, enough ranting about how I should live stream Candy Crush on Facebook instead of do YouTube. Let's talk about what you guys clicked for. I'll just have those relatable moments, right? Don't you just hate when you don't feed your pet African elephant a whole wooden boat and people drive? Relatable, right? Or when you accidentally drive into Alabama with your second cousins, you start getting on top of you. Relatable, right? I swear, there are just too many relatable things that happen. It's almost impossible to put it into a video.
Wrong.
But somehow, the god of all channels, 123Go, has managed to put the impossible task into a video. Without further ado, let DO2 Dolphin dive right into it.
Okay.
We're talking stuffing your face and dancing in your underwear kind of alone time. Don't be embarrassed. We all do.
No, I normally don't have a vertical seizure when I'm home alone. Forgot to mention the title of this video is talking about what girls do when they're in public versus what they do when they're home alone. For any ladies watching this, I highly doubt there is any, but if there is, I have to ask one question. Ladies, if you're home alone, do you dance like you're in a 1950s ballroom around your kitchen? I seriously don't think anyone who doesn't have 5 brain disorders does this.
But when no one's watching, your living room becomes an exclusive dance-only zone. That's bad. Today, we're learning the difference between the way you act.
Okay, now she's dying. What is actually going on? Like, I'm just lost for words. It went from a woman dancing with cleaning supplies to her smacking her head like an African bongo. What is happening?
In public versus when you're all by your lonesome. When you're out at a party, dancing by yourself is the most awkward thing ever.
I would love to give my opinions on this one, but for once I actually can't talk because your boy never leaves his room. Like, the only time I leave my dungeon is to eat, and then I go back to hibernating like a black bear in the middle of January.
But when no one's watching, your living room becomes an exclusive dance-only zone. Isn't it funny that dancing in a crowded room full of people is only half as fun as dancing alone?
Oh, because I don't act like Michael Jackson with Tourette's when I'm home alone. Usually when I'm home alone, I just play video games, and I can actually scream and rage without getting my parents to thinking I'm fully psychotic.
At least no one here will judge moves like these. Luckily, you have that drink to awkwardly cling onto. Would it be really the end of the world if you did these crazy moves out on the dance floor? It's okay, Olivia. Your secret moves are safe with us.
Why is she dancing like a musical composer at an orchestra? Like, what is she pointing at? All the exit doors because she wants to go home and dance like the Tasmanian devil? Also, who would go to a party at club by themselves? Like, I'm pretty lonely and all, but I would never just go to a club by myself.
When eating in public, it's all about manners and etiquette. You always keep your napkin on your lap and wouldn't dare eating with your hands.
I'm sorry, I don't care how exquisite you think you are, but who on planet Earth eats a burger with a fork and knife? Who actually sits with classical music in the background, unfolds their napkin, and takes their stainless steel fork and knife to eat a Big Mac? Like, am I a homeless slob for not eating a burger like I'm at Jesus' Last Supper? Who actually uses utensils to eat a burger?
Oops, better get that little piece of bread there. And remember to always keep your mouth closed while chewing. Yes, I just ate my fries with a fork. I'm in a nice restaurant, for crying out loud.
Yeah, that really looks top of the line. I bet the walls are made of full 24-karat gold.
But eating at home alone is a whole other story. It's a place where manners simply don't exist, and there's no such thing as eating too much. Heck, you may even start
I'm sorry, I know I can't keep my mouth shut for more than 5 seconds, but who on the face of planet Earth goes to McDonald's and gets fries in a McFlurry? Are women really this weird? I'm sorry, I'm just lost for words right now. Okay, I guess next time I go to Burger King, I'll just order a slice of cheese and a water cup to fill my dying stomach up.
Start dinner with dessert. There's no one here to tell you no, so why not? Oh, yeah.
That's the.
Psych!
I know I don't have the cleanest of minds. My mind is dirtier than a mud hut in Africa. Why did she have to make that, let's just say, suggestive face? I'm sorry, what can you possibly think of other than Brazzers.com when you see that face? Who just rolls their eyes into the back of their skull so they look like an exorcism is being performed on them after getting a McFlurry? Who does that? I don't understand what this video is trying to prove. What is relatable about this?
It's off. And you haven't lived until you've dipped some hot french fries in some creamy vanilla ice cream.
This ain't it, Chief!
I'm sorry, I think there's a little more than dipping your fries in a milkshake. She literally drowned those fries with ice cream.
Ooh, hope you washed your hands before this. Eating at home is all about stuffing your face.
I don't think girls or anybody really eats like a wild, deranged animal either when they're by themselves. I normally don't stuff my mouth with food to the point where I can't breathe. I don't get how this is relatable to anything besides people with chronic schizophrenia.
Bon appetit, girl. Bon appetit. These days, when you're feeling yourself...
I'm sorry, why does she look like if Michael Jackson and Scarlett Johansson had a teenage daughter from 1992? Like seriously, if Scarlett Johansson put on a 1980s disco wig, this would be the finished result.
Having lunch with friends is fun and all, but what happens if a piece of what you're eating goes down the wrong pipe? Oh God, I can't breathe. It's okay. Stay calm.
Nothing like making sure I look absolutely glamorous while my airways are completely blocked. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to look like I'm walking on Project Runway when I'm literally dying. If I can't physically breathe, my first priority is making sure I look like a Victoria's Secret model when I die.
Let it pass through. Oh man, that was a close one. Can I borrow this? Don't worry, I'm all good.
Are they demonstrating this video for deaf people? Literally, no one has mouthed a single word, and the narrator's acting like these two are having a full-on Sunday afternoon conversation. This is video made by Charlie Chaplin, because the voice acting on this is phenomenal. If this doesn't get an Oscar award, I don't know what else would. Yeah, I mean, just think about your own life safety, everything that's important to you, and all your hope and dreams, just shove that right down your throat, too. If you're about to die, you gotta make sure you go out looking like a Brazilian prostitute.
Can I borrow this?
Oh yeah, heaven forbid you almost actually just folded. You almost had your lungs shrivel up like a raisin. You can't dare to disturb your friend's beautiful lunch. Even though what she's eating looks like something a stray dog would puke up in an alleyway.
Oh, hey girl. Yeah, I'd love to meet up later. What time? When you're sitting at home alone, choking on a piece of food can be a terrifying experience. Oh my gosh, I can't breathe. Somebody help me!
Yeah, calling for help while you're home alone will always do the trick. Quick thinking, Walmart Liza Koshy. Nothing like having Casper the Ghost somersault through my wall and perform a whole tracheotomy to get the molecule of Oreo that got caught in my throat.
I'm choking! Oh, God. Emily, you there? You won't believe what just happened to me. I legit almost died.
Oh yeah, that was near death. That made me on the edge of my seat biting my fingernails in pure fear as I was watching you smack your head around like you're playing a Zimbabwean drum.
Why is it that something as simple as sitting can be so tricky when you're in a public place?
Huh?
Yeah, am I the only one that doesn't take like a half hour to sit in a chair? Like, all you have to do is just plop your into a chair and presto, now you're sitting. You don't need to develop Parkinson's disease every time you try to sit down.
Wow, Olivia, it looks like you've done this before. I should go out of the house more often. What else is home for?
Walk into your local bar and straight up dolphin dive without causing yourself a critical injury. Like, imagine you're trying to escape your failing marriage and pay off your mortgage, so you go to a bar and drink away your problems, and then a pom-pom with legs just nosedived into your chair. Like, obviously you can't do that in public. Next time I go to Bob Evans or something, I'll make sure to Michael Phelps backstroke into a booth where 5 old farmers are sitting. I saw anybody at Bob Evans that didn't look like a World War II veteran. Just wanted to point that out. Alright boys, I'm gonna have to cut it off there. This video was just getting too relatable for me and I just cannot take it anymore. It's like I'm watching my own life play right in front of me at this point. God, I just cannot express how many times I had to do an 1880 banjo jingle every time I went to go sit down. Well, I hope you guys got some enjoyment out of this video. Any ladies that are watching this, I highly doubt there is, but let me know if there's anything relatable in this video, because I highly doubt it. Make sure to slap a like on this video before your dad slaps you. Subscribe if you hit my vibe, and follow my Twitter link down below. Make sure to subscribe to my home slice chase, which will also be in the description too. Alright, bro. I'ma head out.
But I love it when they jealous. While they talking, the world keep revolving. Now we popping. Pop up in the city in the Rover or the Rari. Sorry, little hoe, I can't even say sorry. Pull up in a range, riding around like a Mari. Hello, shit is to my phone up. I don't need no hoe, yo. I did roll the dojo, I don't even smoke, yo. Tell her that I love her, so she think we closer. But TBH, I don't even know.